Hi Jessicats, I hope you're all having a happy and productive week, and today I'm sharing with you 7 highly effective tips to avoid burnout, so stick around so that you find out what they are. Also, if you're new to this channel, then click that little subscribe button below if you're ready to take your study skills to the next level, because I upload weekly study tips and I also throw study parties to answer all of your study questions. And I'm actually going to be posting up my videos on a Wednesday if you're in Australia and the Southern Hemisphere, and I think that's a Tuesday for all you Jessicats that are in the Northern Hemisphere like the USA and Canada. And just before I get into my tips for how to avoid burnout, I don't want to forget this exciting little announcement. So Christmas is coming up in just a couple of weeks, and so I'm doing free shipping all the way up until Christmas Day on Seated Education in my stationery line. So if you haven't already checked it out, then click on the link below and head over there. Okay guys, now it's time to get into my top 7 tips to help you avoid burnout. So since we just entered December and it's coming up to the end of the year, I felt like this was a really relevant topic because I really want to give you guys some tips on how you can prevent yourself from feeling run down and fatigued at the end of this busy school year. In fact, I recently gave a talk at one of your schools and I had a lot of you guys coming up to me at the end of my talk asking me how to prevent feeling run down and fatigued at the end of the year. So if you find today's video helpful, then show me some love, Jessicats, and give it a thumbs up. Let's see if we can beat our record. Alright, let's get into these tips. Alright, so feeling run down is a natural process and everyone experiences feeling fatigued after a particular amount of time. However, some of us feel fatigued or burnt out sooner than others. And the important thing to know is that feeling fatigued or tired or burnt out is your body's way of saying that you really need to pull back and reassess all of the responsibilities that you're taking on. So I shared with some of you guys at my talk the other day a really nice quote, which is that you can do anything, but you can't do everything. And I think that that really relates to today's episode. Now, the good thing is that there are many different and easy ways that you can help prevent yourself from feeling burnt out. So here are my top 7 tips. Tip number 1 is to make sure that you have a healthy diet. So remember, food is fuel. Your body needs the right sort of vitamins and minerals to keep you going throughout the day and fulfill all of your duties. So it's important to know that stress depletes your body's storage of vitamins and minerals, so you really need to be replenishing your body with the good stuff. Don't be reaching for that packaged chocolate and chips every day because you're not going to get the energy that you need. Tip number 2 is to get enough sleep. In fact, lack of sleep is one of the most common causes for fatigue. It can be common for students to study late at night or cram, so make sure that you're setting out a good study schedule so that you don't end up staying up too late and studying. Also, make sure you have a good sleep hygiene or sleep habit and go to bed at a reasonable time every night and then get up consistently at the same time each morning to help you be productive throughout the day. Tip number 3 is to exercise regularly. In fact, exercise is a great way to boost your body's immune system, and it also creates endorphins, making you feel good. It's a really effective way to combat stress and reduce your cortisol levels, meaning that you're less likely to get run down and have that common cold throughout the year. The important thing here though is to not overdo it. So if you find that you're having a really big week, then it's probably not the best idea to go for that 2-hour run today. In fact, if I'm having a really big week, I'll usually opt for a lighter form of exercise like going to yoga instead of going for a jog. That way, I'm not actually going to be using up all of my body's resources for exercise, which is then also going to make me feel tired and fatigued at the end of the day. The next tip is to live a well-balanced life. Remember that schoolwork is not the only part of your life, and it's important not to neglect your other relationships, hobbies, and interests. Try not to retreat into that little study cave and only re-emerge at the end of the semester. Make time to see your friends and do the things that you love regularly. The next tip is to structure your study sessions. Make sure you're structuring your study sessions appropriately and taking frequent breaks. This will help you prevent feeling fatigued or restless throughout the day. The next tip is to learn to switch off. So we live in a society where it's really hard to turn off our laptops, get away from a TV, or turn off our phones. But try and take even 15 minutes a day just to switch off from technology and see just how much of an effect it can actually have on your well-being. This will make a difference to your stress levels and it'll make you be able to quieten your mind even for just a small period of the day. And my final tip number 7, is to know that it's okay to take a day off. So if you've just completed a major assignment or an exam, or you've just had a really busy couple of weeks, it's okay to take a day off. In fact, it's a really good idea if you can to try and take the weekend off from your studies, or even just a morning or afternoon on a Saturday or Sunday, so that you do have time to do the things that you enjoy and you can switch off from working. Know that if you do take a break, you'll actually be more likely to come back to your studies feeling more motivated and re-energized to study. That's all for today's tips. I hope you found them helpful for preventing burnout and fatigue, and remember to check out Seated Education for free shipping because Christmas is coming up, guys. And also, if you're not subscribed already, then click that little red subscribe button below and join in on all of the Jessicat family fun. Alright guys, I'll see you on Wednesday for another video. Bye!